Hello and welcome to Philosophy Quote of the Week, sponsored by Philosophy Now magazine. I'm Anja and here is our quote. "The unexamined life is not worth living for a human being." Plato, Apology 38a. This is perhaps the most iconic philosophy quote of all times, at least in Western philosophy. It comes from Plato's Apology, the account of Socrates' defense speech. It has become so famous because it stands for a commitment to philosophy as a way of life. But is it true? Let's see what it says here in detail. First of all, what is an examined life as opposed to an unexamined life? How should we examine our lives? Not an easy thing to do. In the widest sense, I believe it means being self-critical. That seems fair enough. We shouldn't act on what feels right or good. We need to examine our own reasons for the choices that we make. This is the way to take responsibility. However, is it really true that unexamined lives are to be condemned? You can still have friendship, happiness, beauty, and love in your life, even if you never reflect critically upon it. On the contrary, sometimes being self-critical can be a source of unhappiness. In fact, Socrates admits that the examined life is not a happier one. It almost certainly isn't. But, he thinks, you just get more out of life if you think about it. And I agree with him. A meaningful life is not necessarily a happy one. Socrates talks about the examined life in the context of a dispute about education. How should young people, future citizens, be educated? Should they be trained to accept prevailing values and morals without questioning? Or should they think outside the box and make their own judgments? Ultimately, the examined life is about thinking for yourself, making your own judgments, taking charge of your life. And that, I think, is really good advice. Thank you for listening. See you next week.